Hi everybody, it's Wednesday's program, middle of the week, and hope your week is going okay so far as we check out some of the stories from Thailand and around the region. Somebody sent me a message yesterday saying, why did I cover the earthquake in Indonesia? Well, we do cover Thai and the major regional stories, and just noting that the death toll has increased, I think, to 268. That earthquake on the island of Java in Indonesia. That happened on Monday around about or just after 1 p.m. But I think we could probably expect that death toll will continue to rise. Apropos of absolutely nothing, here's a photo just to put a smile on your face for the start of the day. And it doesn't get much more Thai than that, does it? So a great little photo. I can't even remember where I saw it, but something just to give us a bit of a smile to get started. Let's talk submarines. And the nation Thailand reports that the Navy is seeking a guarantee from the Chinese on the Chinese-made submarine engine. And the Royal Thai Navy is seeking a guarantee over the quality of a proposed engine for the S-26T Yuan-class submarine. So this is a submarine that was ordered, a few years ago now, amongst quite a lot of controversy. A lot of people saying, why on earth do the Thai government really need all these expensive Thai submarines? Down the bottom there, the S-26T Yuan-class submarine was meant to be equipped with an MTU 396 diesel engine from Germany. But what happened is the Germans said, well, hang on, this is going to be used for military purposes, part of the Royal Thai Navy. Therefore, we're not going to allow our diesel engines to be fitted in a Chinese submarine that's going to be used for military purposes. So the Thai government went back and said, well, what are you going to do? We can't sort of really use rubber bands or put a tuk-tuk engine in there. So the situation is they've said now, we believe the Chinese Navy would not risk its reputation to guarantee the quality of an engine that's not really good, so we would like the Chinese to guarantee it first. So they're saying that we'll accept your submarine, but we've got to have a guarantee on the engine. I would have thought there'd be some sort of guarantee or warranty on the parts for a Chinese submarine. 2 years, 1,000 kilometres. I don't know how warranties work on submarines. The Thai Navy chief said he would raise the condition during a meeting with the company building it early next month. So it looks like they may be either actually trying to get a guarantee or they may be trying to find a way out of the contract on the submarine. Noting there in the second paragraph that a Navy spokesman had learned the Pakistani Navy had tested the engine installed on its submarine, assumedly the same submarine from China, and there was still no information on the spare parts of the Chinese engine, which made me suddenly think, the Pakistani Navy? I, in my silly little mind, sort of thought that Pakistan was a landlocked nation, but no, it's not. There's some 800 kilometres there of coastline facing into the what's called the Gulf of Oman. Maybe the Pakistanis call it something different, but they've got that 800 kilometres of coastline that they probably need to defend, and what better than a Chinese submarine? To our next story today, and big joke. This is Surachat Hakpan, who's now the Deputy Chief Policeman in Thailand, heavily tipped to be number one in the next few years, visited Pattaya, gives a press conference on major ransom and abduction case on Walking Street involving Chinese nationals. A lot of focus at the moment with immigration and senior police on Chinese businesses and Chinese immigrants coming to Thailand. The Chinese suspect, along with the victim whose finger was amputated for a 37 million baht ransom, I wonder what his other fingers were worth, were set to be deported from Thailand and blacklisted from entering the country for illegally staying in the kingdom on student visas. Now, I won't get into all the details of this particular case, but it looks pretty nasty. Suffice to say that Surachat Hakpan announced the close of the abduction case involving Chinese kidnappers who abducted their own former friend from Walking Street and chopped off his finger for ransom in October. So there we have the two kidnappers, a 30-year-old and a 25-year-old arrested in Bangkok, charged with colluding in extortion, detention, physical assault and stealing at night. Assuming that stealing during the day is okay. Big joke. I really wish they'd use his name. He's the deputy policeman, for heaven's sake. Said the kidnappers were actually close with the victim because they ran a call scam centre in a neighbouring country together, that being Cambodia. The two kidnappers got into a conflict with the victim and abducted him for money. So you can read those sort of details if you want to read the whole story at the PattayaNews.com. Now, yesterday we had a story about a meeting that was going to be held in Bangkok yesterday, quite a senior meeting, and the discussion was going to be about relisting cannabis as an illegal narcotic. I've found nothing at all about that meeting at all. I don't even know if the meeting was held. I can't seem to find any information. That may come up in the minutes or the hours after I do this program, and we'll certainly keep on top of it, but I've found no information about that meeting at all. But noting on the same day this, Thai court accepts a lawsuit aiming to revoke cannabis decriminalisation. This story from coconuts.co, and the story says that a Thai court yesterday accepted a petition that seeks to revoke the ministerial order that decriminalised cannabis use in Thailand. So apart from that meeting that was being held between quite a few leading Thai politicians, there was also this other incident that was happening in the background. The Central Administration Court on Monday afternoon accepted a lawsuit by the Medical Council and some MPs from opposition political parties who want to revoke an order by the Public Health Minister that effectively removed cannabis from Thailand's Category 5 narcotics list. So quite a lot happening regarding the cannabis situation here in Thailand in the background, and we'll try and bring you clarity on that if we can get through the smoke and mirrors. Just to another article I saw, this one explains a bit about the political process that's also underway, acknowledging that the cannabis bill is going to be discussed in Parliament. It was meant to be next week. Meanwhile, the chief opposition whip said he was not sure if the bill would be considered this week because two other draft laws take precedence and both may require lengthy debates. This paragraph from the BangkokPost.com. The House is expected to spend at least 2 weeks examining the cannabis and hemp draft law. Just noting that since it was first discussed, there's been quite a lot of jockeying for positions. There's been defections. The MPs are still there. They're still elected, but they do tend to change allegiances. And a lot of that has been happening since this hemp bill was first discussed. So the votes that happened in September could be quite different when the bill comes up again for a vote in the next few weeks. In September, the House voted 198 to 136 with 12 abstentions to withdraw the bill for improvements out of concerns that its contents failed to guarantee full protection for youth. So that's sort of the latest. We don't really know much more, and there's been no reports about that meeting yesterday. So we'll just have to wait and see because I simply don't have any more information. With thanks, by the way, to 5-Star Marine. Thank you very much for my shirt. Happy to wear it. Thank you, Sean and Lisa and the rest of the team at 5-Star Marine. Maybe would have been nicer to have a free cruise. But anyway, I'll accept the shirt gratefully. If you'd like to head out on one of their private boat tours, there's a link in the description to this video. Thank you very much to 5-Star Marine. You're watching the TNT program. My name is Tim Newton and it's Tim Newton Today. Thank you for watching. We're going to go to some consumer law changes. Bit surprising to me when I read this. I would have assumed that there would have been adequate consumer laws already in position in Thailand, but apparently not. Thai PBS World says a draft bill to protect consumers from defective goods endorsed by Cabinet. The Thai Cabinet's approved in principle a draft bill yesterday which seeks to hold businesses accountable for goods sold to consumers which are found to be defective within 2 years of delivery. I wonder if it includes Chinese submarines. The third paragraph there, in case the defects are found within a year of delivery of the goods, it's assumed that they were defective from the date of the delivery, according to a government spokesperson, and the consumers will have the right to demand replacements of the defective goods, repair, or ask for discounts to return the defective goods for a refund. This, I suppose, is something that you should have in any country, good, solid consumer laws, and good to see that if this hadn't been addressed in the past, that it was being addressed. To some sad news now and ongoing problems in the south, what we call the southern insurgency. And as I always say when reporting about this, if you are heading through the south, maybe for a visa run or heading to the Thai border with Malaysia, the main roads are basically very safe, and they're very, very rarely targeted. It's in the towns and on the back streets where the problems happen. This report from Phuket-go.com, explosion kills 1, injures 16 in Narithawat in southern Thailand. A large car bomb exploded in one of the safe zones in the town area of Narithawat in Thailand's south yesterday afternoon, killing a policeman, injuring 16. The blast blew off the roof of the car park where it was a car bomb was exploded, sending black smoke over the skyline. The explosion occurred just before 1 p.m. inside a compound of residential police apartments in the main city district. Just noting there, the traffic policeman killed was named as Captain Sutirak Pantaniyom. 16 others were injured, many fellow officers and family members who were living at the apartments. Police later found an unexploded bomb opposite the flats. This happens quite often in these southern insurgency attacks. The bomb was found in front of a primary school. It was a classic double tack attack where one smaller bomb goes off, attracting police and security services, only to have the larger explosion then go off, killing many more. The second bomb was removed from the area by explosion ordnance officers. So another sad attack there, killing 1 at least, and noting that those 3 southern provinces, Narithawat, Patani and Yala, often targeted, and some, I think 7,000 people have lost their lives in the last 20 years as that insurgency continues. This is TNT. You're watching the TNT program, Wednesday, middle of the week, and big news for Pattaya. They've got their fireworks this weekend. It's going to be on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And it's a really great event, and people flock to the seaside city to enjoy a bit of fireworks. So this is the program for the Friday night, published by the PattayaNews.com, and noting that on the night they've got fireworks from Belgium, Philippines, Malaysia and Canada. So it looks like it's somewhat of a World Cup of fireworks at Pattaya this weekend. So a lot of money going up in smoke, to the applause and cheers from the adoring crowd. So good luck to the people in Pattaya running that this weekend and anybody heading there, noting that it looks like there could be a bit of moisture around, and those storms and rain that are around central Thailand at the moment could continue into the weekend. So maybe take one of those 20 baht raincoats from 7-Eleven or a convenience store of your choice, or maybe an umbrella as well. To our next story, we head to Phuket, and this is the latest about the repairs to the collapsed road, which is the Patong Hill Road. This is the main road that takes people to and from Patong, and the PhuketNews.com is reporting that officials so far have deemed the site safe enough for traffic to continue over the hill, noting that there has been a lot of rain the last 2 days in Phuket. Motorbikes only allowed up the hill from Katu to Patong, and motorbikes and small vehicles, which does include packed passenger vans apparently, allowed down the hill from Patong to Katu. So that's the latest on those repairs. Just looking at that photo, it doesn't really look to me like they've gone much further ahead than they had about 2 or 3 weeks ago, just shuffling soil from one area to another. But I'm sure it is progressing, and it won't be fast enough, I'm sure, for a lot of people that want to get that road fully open again. And to the Bangkok Post, the Palang Pracharat Party may lose up to 40 MPs. Many defectors will follow the PM. So this is a slightly complicated story, and I'll just go through the main aspects, noting that things like the Cannabis bill are all related to the politics. No matter what you think about cannabis, whether it's good or bad and we should have it or we shouldn't, it should be delisted, should be recriminalised, whatever you think, as far as Thailand's progress on this, it's all about the politics and about the votes in Parliament. That will, and nothing else, will determine its future, noting that people that enjoy cannabis for whatever reasons will continue to use it no matter what the MPs decide to vote on. The ruling Palang Pracharat Party is being rocked by defections, as about 40 MPs are expected to migrate to other parties. So this is what I was alluding to earlier, the MPs sort of shuffling around at the moment from one party to another. The Palang Pracharat Party won the most votes in the 2019 election, cobbled together a coalition, mostly together with the Democrats and the Bumjai Thai Party, which set about everything that's followed in regards to cannabis, because the payback for the giving them the votes to the coalition was that they decriminalised cannabis. That is the only reason it happened, nothing else. They include the newly established United Thai Nation Party, which the PM, Prayut Chan-o-cha, is tipped to join. Noting that yesterday I saw a report that in fact he had already said he's joining this new party and basically leaving his allegiance in the past. He never actually joined the Palang Pracharat Party. He was never voted in as an MP. He was their prime ministerial nomination and then voted in by the joint sitting of the Parliament back in 2019. So going to be an interesting few months as these MPs shuffle around from one party to another. The bottom line is it makes the next election next year, tipped to be held in May, very unpredictable indeed. And to Phuket again, from the PhuketExpress.com, Bangla business operators urging Patong officials to clean up food and drink vendors and alleged transgender prostitutes on Bangla Road. Well, this sounds good. What's going to happen here? Business operators on Bangla Road in Patong are urging relevant officials to clean up food, drink vendors and allegedly more than 100 transgender prostitutes. I'm going to read the next paragraph out as it's quoted from the Patong Entertainment Business Association President Wirawat Krua Sombat. He said, while Patong officials are now increasing safety management measures, transgender prostitutes should be cleaned up too. We consistently get complaints that they're being annoying and aggressive to tourists. We've had multiple reports of pickpocketing and theft from them. Most of these transgender prostitutes are from Pattaya and Bangkok. The Bangla Road should not have transgender prostitutes and they should be banned from the area. Well, where do I start? There are touts and annoying people anywhere you walk around that red light district, let alone the alleged transgender prostitutes. And what about the female prostitutes and the male prostitutes? Are they okay? Oh, no, sorry. There's no prostitutes in Thailand. The police, they often do their parades down the street with all the local officials, and they proudly say there's no prostitution in Thailand, which surely has to be one of the biggest jokes ever. A bit like the Iraqi foreign minister when the troops had just about invaded Baghdad, saying, no sign of the troops, nothing to see here. That was equally funny. And then his assertion that most of them come from Pattaya and Bangkok, as if that is a reason to complain. Apparently, local transgender prostitutes would be okay. So he really needs to have a good look at himself before making outrageous comments like that. And with that, I thank you very much for watching the program today, Wednesday, a bit of a mixed bag, and we look forward to doing it all again tomorrow with thanks to 5-star Marine. See you tomorrow.